Hello, everybody. It is April 8th, 2020. I begin with the date because the information I'm going to share with you is very important and it's also timely. It needs to be acted on immediately. If you watch this video after April 15th, 2020, some of the information may be outdated, and so you should like this video and immediately send it on to your friends and family members who may need this information and may need to act on it immediately. I'm going to share 3 important things. I want to share them each only once and not repeat myself because I like videos to be short. I also talk kind of quickly, but if this video looks too long for you, please feel free to speed it up. If you don't get all the information you need the first time through, watch it again. And if you have any additional questions, please comment below and I will answer your questions, or go to my website, collegetaxrefunds.com. Go to the Contact Us page and send me your questions there. I will be happy to reach out to you as in an email or to call you on the phone and answer whatever questions you may have. My name is Steve Hunt. I'm a CPA. I'm the owner of College Tax Refunds, and I have a master in taxation. I taught tax and accounting at Montana State University and at Brigham Young University, Idaho, where I realized that my students were not all collecting the education credits that they were entitled to on their taxes. So they were missing thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars every single year on their tax returns. I started College Tax Refunds to help students claim the money they missed, and I found, after helping thousands of students, that the average amount students miss every single year is about $1,300. Now, I want to talk to you about 3 very important things, as I've already said. The first one is regarding the Coronavirus Act that was recently passed by Congress and the President to send you a coronavirus stimulus payment. I want you to know that the money is already on its way and that you don't need to do anything to claim that money. That message is for everybody, whether you're a college student or a recent college student or anybody else in the country. For most of you, there's nothing you need to do to get your coronavirus stimulus payment. The act provided for a $1,200 payment to go to every single adult who filed a tax return and every adult who is claiming Social Security, even if they didn't file a tax return. So that means as long as you filed a tax return in 2018 or 2019, or you claim Social Security, you will not need to do anything else to get your stimulus payment. It will either be direct deposited into your bank account, that's if you gave the IRS your direct deposit information on your last tax return, or it will be mailed to you in the form of a check, and that will come in a few weeks. So there's nothing you need to do to collect the money at all for most of you. The amount again is $1,200 for every single adult who filed a tax return or who claims Social Security. And it's $500 more for every single child, 17 or younger, claimed by those adults. So if you filed a tax return singly and you have no children, you will get a $1,200 payment. If you filed as head of household and you have 1 child, 17 or younger, you'll get a $1,200 payment for yourself and a $500 payment for your child, totaling $1,700 that will be direct deposited into your account or mailed to you as a check. And if you were married and say you had 2 children, you'll get a $2,400 payment for the adults and another $1,000 payment for the 2 children, totaling $3,400 deposited directly into your bank account or mailed to you. If anybody calls you or texts you, emails you, or messages you on social media, or sends you a letter asking for your personal information, like your bank account, or your credit card number, or your Social Security number, even if it's your accountant, and they say, I need this information in order to make sure you get your stimulus check, be aware that's probably a scam. Nobody needs that information. Nobody needs to apply for it. The IRS already has this information. That's the first thing I want you to know to keep you safe and to make sure you get your stimulus check, is you don't need to do anything. It's on its way. However, some people won't get the total amount if they had too high of income. Single people can only have an adjusted gross income of up to $75,000. Heads of household, their limit is $112,500. And married people have a limit of $150,000. If your adjusted gross income is over these numbers, then your stimulus payment amount will be reduced or eliminated completely. This means that if you already filed your 2018 taxes but not your 2019 taxes, you have a little bit of a choice. You can decide whether or not you want to file your 2019 taxes right now or wait. If your income went up from 2018 to 19, you should probably consider waiting, especially if your 2019 that your income from last year was more than those threshold amounts I just quoted. Don't file your 2019 taxes yet if your income is too high for the stimulus payments. Wait. However, if your income went down from 2018 when it was a little bit higher, maybe even higher than the thresholds, and it went down below the thresholds for 2019, file your 2019 taxes immediately, just to make sure you get the full stimulus amount. And that's the second thing I want to tell you about. The second most important thing you need to know is that some of you do need to do something to get your stimulus payment, but the only thing that you might need to do is file your taxes. As I've just said, if your income went down, file your 2019 taxes immediately. If you did not file a tax return at all in 2018 or 2019 and you made some money, file your 2019 taxes immediately to claim the stimulus payment. If you did not file your taxes and you didn't make any money, but you yourself provided for yourself, you're not anybody else's dependent. If nobody can claim you as their dependent, file your taxes right now for 2019 to make sure you get a stimulus check. This is because if you were a dependent of somebody else, you cannot claim a stimulus check. Now, if you're a dependent of somebody else and you're 17 or below, your parents are going to get a $500 payment for you. But if you're a college student or a recent graduate of college or a recent graduate of high school, and your parents do not claim you as their dependent, then you need to file a tax return. This means if they don't provide half or more than half of your support, your living expenses, your food, your transportation, utilities, and entertainment, if they don't provide that, and you provide that for yourself, at least half of your support, you should file your own tax return for 2019 to make sure that you get your stimulus payment. Unfortunately, if your parents do claim you as a dependent and you're older than 17, they're not going to get anything for you, and neither will you. Okay, so that's the second thing I wanted you to know. I will repeat these one time. The first one is, you don't need to do anything to claim your stimulus payment. It's already on its way. And number two, you do need to file a 2019 tax return if you haven't filed one in the last couple of years. That's how you're going to get your stimulus payment. If you don't know where to file your taxes, you can use TurboTax. You can go to a CPA or an accountant. I recommend accountants just because they know what they're talking about. However, you can also get your taxes done for free by Googling IRS e-file online or free e-file from the IRS. They will provide ways that you can totally do your taxes for free as long as you made $60,000 or so or less during the year. If somebody tries to charge you money to do your taxes and you made below $60,000, know that you can get it done for free, and maybe you're looking in the wrong spot. If you have any questions about that, put them in the comments below or reach out to me at collegetaxrefunds.com. Now, the third most important thing that I wanted to tell you right now is that some of you missed money on your 2016 taxes or your 2017 or 18 taxes. We'll get back to that. And your opportunity to claim that money that you missed, maybe it's about $1,300 on your 2016 taxes, that opportunity to claim it will be gone in less than a week. The IRS and Congress allow you to fix or amend your old taxes for only 3 years after they're due. Your 2016 taxes were due on April 15th, 2017. That was 3 years ago, this April 15th. That means that after April 15th, 2020, you cannot fix or amend your 2016 taxes. Now, you probably did those 3 years ago. You don't know anything about them. You figure you did them right, and you just want to let it go. I warn you, though, that if you fit in the category I'm about to say, you probably missed money on your 2016 taxes, and please, I beg you, don't let the IRS keep the money that belongs to you. Here are the people that miss money. If you were a college student in 2016, or if you had a child who was a college student in 2016, or if you had a friend who was a college student in 2016, be sure to tell them. But if you or your child were in college and you were an undergraduate student, that means you had not yet received a bachelor's degree or a 4-year degree, you were in your first 4 years of college working on that first degree, then you should have claimed the American Opportunity Tax Credit. If you get out your 2016 taxes, look at the second page of the 1040, look 2/3 of the way down the page. There's a line that says American Opportunity Tax Credit. If you didn't claim at least $800 on that line, for yourself if you were a student or for your child if they were a student, then you very likely missed money. Like I say, that American Opportunity Tax Credit can get all the way up to $2,500. Most people average about $1,300 that they should have claimed, and almost everybody should qualify for at least $800. That's why I say if that line doesn't say $800 per student, per undergraduate student, then you probably missed money and you need to fix your 2016 taxes right away, because that money will disappear forever in just a couple of days. Now, how do you know exactly how much money you missed? I started my business, College Tax Refunds, in order to help students claim that money that they missed because I saw students were missing it. Why were they missing it? The people who miss it most often are students who have scholarships or Pell Grants. If you received any form of assistance, financial assistance, loans, scholarships, Pell Grants, or assistance from your grandparents to pay for your tuition, those are the people who usually forget to or don't claim the American Opportunity Tax Credit. That's because they type the information into their software, TurboTax, free filing, or even their accountant or CPA will type the information into his software or her software, and the software will not claim the education credit even though the child deserves it and qualifies for it when they get scholarships and grants. Now, go to collegetaxrefunds.com. It will ask you, there's a free online missed refund calculator on the first page. You can punch in about 10 to 12 numbers off of your 2016 taxes. They're completely anonymous numbers. You do not have to provide your email address or phone number or your social security number or credit card number or anything to get a free quote. You punch in about a dozen numbers off your 2016 taxes and it will immediately tell you how much money you missed. At that point, you can decide whether it's worth it for you to amend your old taxes and claim that money. I strongly recommend you do if you missed any more than about $400. I mean, $400 is $400. If you'd like my help to claim that money, that's what my business is for. I will only be helping people collect their 2016 missed refunds for another 2 days. April 10th is the last day that I can do it and make sure that I get your taxes filed and done on time by April 15th so that I win any battles against the IRS. However, I'm totally willing to answer any questions you might have in the comments below or by contacting me on my website if it's after April 10th. I'm totally willing to get on the phone with you and explain to you exactly why you missed money and how you can claim it and where the IRS says that this is how you do it. I am happy to answer any questions or any concerns you may have. I just want to make sure you get your money, whether you use my services or not. You can even take your 2016 taxes back to your old CPA or accountant and ask them to fix it for you, although chances are if they did it wrong the first time, they won't really know how to do it right, and they'll tell you that they did it right the first time, and unfortunately that's just not true. Everybody, like I say, who was an undergraduate student in their first 4 years of college should have $800 or more on that line. There's very few exceptions to that. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you see this video after April 15th, 2020, I can't help you with 2016 anymore, but please try the calculator for 2017 or 2018 and 2019 when it becomes available. Please make sure that you collect the money that belongs to you. Once again, I invite you to put any questions you have in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel. I'd like to make more videos with information about your taxes or about finances or about how to get ahead in the world of wealth and abundance or about how to obtain rental properties. If you have any questions about any of those things, I'm happy to talk about them. I want to help you advance your life. I want to enrich you and enlighten your life. That's my goal. And I'm not exactly certain what you want me to talk about, so please ask questions below and share this. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day and that you keep yourself safe in your isolation and that you're healthy. Thanks so much.